This is Talk K Dramas with Bruce and Dallas.
Hey.
Squid Games, episode 8.
Yes, indeed.
Front man.
Yes.
I'm kind of not sure why they call it that, but then again, I think I know why.
I don't know why.
Okay.
The title's the title.
Okay, give us your 3.
My 3 sentences are: the front man is revealed, ... I told you so. Sentence number 2, Sabiak is seriously injured. And yeah, that plays a big part of this. And again, told you so. Number 3 is Sang Woo is really out here trying to win this game himself. That's my 3 sentences.
Good. Okay. Yeah, they were good. This was a short episode.
It was a really short episode.
It was like 38 minutes.
Yes. And like they have like 5 minutes of trailers. So yeah, it was a short episode. It was like 30. Yeah.
They had trailers?
They always have trailers, my love.
They do?
Okay. I mean, like I'm sorry, like the credits, the end credits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it starts off with them coming back from the game.
Yes.
And
pools of blood.
Sabak, she's dripping blood. And we ended last episode not knowing exactly what happened to her.
Right.
For a minute there, I thought, did she not fall off? Like, did she not even jump onto the platform? For a minute there, I thought they were going to show that she didn't make it and actually fell.
Right.
But you had said the slow motion with all the glass shards.
Yes.
So she got a huge glass shard.
Right into
her abdomen somewhere.
Yeah, her lower, like her hip off to the left or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's why the drips of blood while they're going back. And
Alice couldn't watch, by the way. Just for,
wait, when she was in the bathroom.
Yeah, when she was in the bathroom, changing into the tuxedo to go to the thing, which I thought was kind of weird. But maybe it would have been more weird to be gendered on that, like, you know, in regards to how you were going to dress for that dinner party. But yeah, no, that big old piece of glass, it was like, woof, yeah. Alice couldn't watch.
I couldn't watch her.
I said it twice. Alice could not.
Did she pull it out? Did she pull it out?
Yeah, she had to.
That's right. Because I asked you, did she tie it up? Because she could bleed to death, which is probably what happened. She may have just bled out.
No, she did not bleed out.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, scratch that. Just scratch. Can we just like edit that out?
We're not editing that out.
Okay.
We're not editing that out. We are gonna let you sit there in your own. Yeah.
I'm surviving on a little amount of sleep here.
Okay. Let's go ahead and blame that. Right
okay. So right after we see that, our officer, Jun-ho, he makes landfall.
Yes.
Right? And he has no reception. I don't know where he is. Some island?
I know. That part was kind of weird. Because...
But there's a lot of islands over there.
True.
Off like the coast. Yeah. Right? Off the coast, there's probably a lot of little islands.
Yes.
So he made his way to an island. And I was thinking last episode, how is he going to make his way anywhere?
True.
But we don't know where he's at.
Not only that, but it's because remember there was that moment where they were like trying to make that connection with the body parts. Remember that? But it's like when Alice doesn't acknowledge me, I always got to like pause for a second. It's like,
I'm waiting to hear more information. To see if it'll jump.
Right, but no, remember they were about to go with the body parts and meet the dealer.
Yes, yeah,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Even if we thought about that, right? The thing is, he never got into the water. He never went to this.
Yes, because he ended up killing the guy.
He wound up killing the guy before he even went into the water.
Yeah.
None of the scuba equipment was gone, so therefore he didn't scout anything out. So how did he know where to go? All of that stuff. It's a mystery.
He didn't. He just, and there could be a lot of close little islands, maybe. But obviously he made it.
Yeah,
he made it to one, but there's no cell reception.
Correct.
Because he's trying to call. He ends up later on getting a hold of the chief, but his police chief. But the reception is bad.
Right.
I don't know if he ever got the information, even if the chief ever heard the information. Yeah. Do you want to just finish this part, or do you want to continue chronological? Do you want to finish that he climbs up the mountain and they're after him already.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I thought that was weird. I'm like, they're already there. Like, they really
they were in a motorboat. How are they not already there?
Did I miss something? Like, how did they know where he was? I mean, they knew that he was in the water. He escaped.
Oh, how did they know? You missed the tracking device.
Oh, they had a tracking device?
There was a tracking device.
How did I miss that?
It was easy to miss.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you some grace on that one.
Was I the only one that missed the tracking device?
There was a moment when they saw that the scuba equipment was gone.
Yes, I saw that.
And then they kind of like flashed to some kind of phone or some digital device knew. Where they.
Okay, that's why that makes all the sense. That makes sense. Okay, so he's able to finally get a hold of the chief, tells him, he needs to back up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, one bar. Because we know what happens with one bar. Right?
Yeah.
It's like anything could happen with one bar. It could go through, it could not. We'll see what winds up happening. Well,
he gets to the end of the cliff and the captain, that's what they call him, the captain, right?
Front man, captain, yeah. It seems to be interchangeable.
They catch up to him. And then that's when we find out who he is.
He's like, and you were right. You?
Yeah.
And they pull off the mask slow. And I was like, it could only be his brother. I mean, think about it, right?
If you're thinking about the story.
Yeah. Yes. And there were just, to me, some dead giveaways, not dead giveaways, but it's just like in the context, I was just like, okay, why bring him back alive? You ain't brought nobody back alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody dead. Why are you going to worry about this dude being alive? Right. And so it's like those kind of things, the way that he longingly kind of looked at the picture, of who this person was, his ID, or like all this stuff. Yeah. Right. And so, like I said, this was the least surprising surprise of all time for me.
But his brother shoots him.
His brother shot him, though. But he did shoot him in a non-mortal space.
Yeah, but over the cliff, into the water.
Woman, are we forgetting already that this is a K-drama? Come on now. So
he's gonna survive and he's gonna lose his memory. But he also shoots his brother. He shoots the front man. Yeah. So he's shot too.
Tit for tat, yeah.
And so the brother I don't know.
I wonder why the police what I'm wondering is why the police officer did just, I don't know why he even shot him in the first place.
Dialogue there.
What's that?
I thought there would be more dialogue between him and his brother.
I don't think there was anything to be said. I mean,
what's going on? What are you doing?
He did ask that.
Mom is looking for you.
He said why, and that was. I mean, what else? What are you expect them to have a full-on conversation in front of like
all those
7 guns?
What? I mean, their family.
I mean,
and he's looking for his brother.
Man.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what you're looking for is closure, and that's not what this space is for.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. This is not for closure. All those questions that you got, they're not trying to answer those questions yet.
Okay. So at the warehouse. 456 and 218, our main guy and his friend, they talk about what just happened.
Yeah.
And
I'm the dimwit. I go, I'm the dimwit. I'm the slow dude. You're right. But why are you here?
So 456, he just like, you shot an innocent man.
Pushed
an innocent man, or you killed an innocent man.
Yeah.
And the dialogue that they got into, I didn't write everything down, but
I don't think you needed to.
But it was just, it really hit me. Like he was the guy. I can't remember, but he basically was saying you're nobody, and he's like, but what? Look what you did. I mean, you supposedly went to a very prestigious school.
Yep.
You're supposed to have everything, and yet here we are in the same place.
Exactly.
That was pretty deep. Like,
that was really deep.
I wanted to sit and just kind of like marinate on that for a minute, right? Because I don't know.
Well, what I tell my like football players and athletes, I say people waste talent every day.
Yeah, you always say that.
People waste talent every day. I say that all the time. People waste. I tell that to my college students. I say people waste talent every day.
Yeah.
And so and so whether that's waste talent by not pursuing something that you're naturally kind of good at and really wanting to excel at it, or if it's or if it's a series of bad decisions that you make. I mean, whatever that is, people waste talent every day. And that is why Sangwoo is in that space. He is the epitome of wasting talent.
Yeah, I was just kind of like looking at it like how we judge people. You know, we really judge people and their journey.
Mm-hmm.
And then to end up at the same place at the end.
Very humbling.
You know, yeah, I wanted to just think about that for a while. I had to think about that for a while.
Right.
Because sometimes, you know, it's not how you start or, you know, but how you end up.
It's not even how you finish a lot of times. It's how you play it. You know, that's what this one is supposed to be about. It's like, this is about how you play the game. That is important also.
So we mentioned it a little bit. There's 3 contestants left.
Mm-hmm.
And that supposedly they give them a gift. The clothes.
The gift wasn't the clothes. The gift was the meal.
Dinner. But I mean, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I'm including
that was a good steak.
That
I would consider that a gift. If y'all gave me that as a gift, I would be like, this is a gift. If you gave me that as a gift, I would think it was a gift.
Yes. But I was also talking about their clothes, which you did mention a little bit. You were like, that's a little bit weird. You know, they just gave them all the same,
give them all the
same clothes
thing.
And that dinner. And at first I could totally feel like, who wants to eat after all that bloodshed and death?
Mm-hmm.
But they were hungry. I mean, they've been there for a few days.
Yeah.
And they have not been eating.
I don't want malnourished. Well. I think that would even be they haven't ate a whole bunch during this time.
What happens to you when you go through that like all that stress, and then you don't eat very well either?
Yeah. Like, and you're not sleeping very well either.
Oh my gosh, that too.
Right. That was a big deal in this episode.
Like, are you on the verge of going crazy?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So all of that, and then you're trying to survive.
Yes.
And then you see people die.
Yeah.
That sounds like going to war. Post-traumatic.
Oh, there definitely should be some post-traumatic moments after this one, for sure.
For sure, for those people who survive. So
if anyone makes it, they didn't guarantee that there would be a survivor.
I know. I now in the beginning, I was wondering, hey, they never said how many people can survive this, can win. We talked about that a lot.
Yes.
But now we see that they are intending for there to be only one winner.
Yeah.
And so they eat that dinner that looks so good. I want to eat it right now. I wonder if it was a good steak.
Look, they're spending.
Was it grass-fed Wagyu beef?
I mean, Japan's like literally like a rock throw away from. Oh, man, did I just cross your face? I'm sorry on the video. Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it was the best of the best. I mean, this is a $1 billion operation. You know, this is millions and millions and millions of dollars operation. I mean, if they're willing to be able to give like $500 million to whoever the winner, like I don't know if it's $500 million, but like $50 million or something like that. If they're willing to give that much to the one winner, then how much is the whole operation worth, right? So
I was sitting there thinking while they were eating, like I almost felt like I would be feeling like this is my last meal.
Yeah.
Like this is like when you're on death. I think that
was the feeling that they wanted you to have.
Like when you're on death row, and you get like a last meal.
You get a last meal.
I would almost be a little depressed. I think I kind of felt like I would have been a little depressed, not wanting to eat. Like this is my last meal.
Mm-hmm.
And then they leave the knife.
That was wrong. That was wrong. That was so wrong on so many levels. Yeah.
Or would they say, if you asked them, would they say that was for your protection because we know how it gets towards the end?
I think I'd be okay with that.
Maybe.
Or maybe they just made it like clear. It's like, you could do this if you need to, but it's going to be equal.
And then I was thinking somebody could kill 2 contestants and they win.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that.
You're right. That could have happened.
Sure could have.
Or no. Okay, what?
No, so I mean,
okay,
I
so
guess
we
we'll talk
know.
about it at the end.
Okay, so 456 and 67, 456 goes to Sabak and says, let's protect each other for the next game.
Yeah, all the way to the end.
All the way to the end, because he doesn't trust
so
his friend.
Yeah, just so we can win against him.
And we'll win. The conversation they had,
yeah,
that was a good conversation.
It was.
Because she wanted him to promise that she would take care of her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she had told him, right? Let's just promise that. And he's like, no, we're going to both win.
Yep.
But I think that was before he knew she was hurt.
No, she knew.
He knew already.
He knew.
And so,
you know what?
He knew something was wrong with
something
her.
was wrong, but
she didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
And so, you really, and so he's like, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I don't trust, and then he sees his friend. Is it 218?
Yeah.
Sangwoo falls asleep.
Yeah.
So he
had a chance.
What do you think? I was thinking,
he had a chance to smoke him.
Wait, I was thinking he may just go get his knife.
I thought the same exact thing.
Did you say that? Did you tell me that?
No, I didn't tell you that. We just got on the same wavelength on that one. But I thought the same exact thing, that he wasn't going to go over there to stab him.
He was just going to take
that he was just going to take his knife. However, Sabak, she was just like, nah, don't do it. You're not that kind of person.
Yeah, she told him not to.
And so he stopped. So therefore, then that, directly implies that he was about to smoke her.
Oh, this was so bad.
Yeah. Or smoke him. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So he gets up and goes bang on the door to try to get help for Sabak, because he knows. Oh, then he finds out she's bleeding. He finds out that he sees that she's bleeding.
Man, she looked horrible in that.
That
was seeing. Just how she looked.
Oh, they did a good job making. That's how I think death would look like.
Yeah.
When
she was holding on to as hard as she could, but she couldn't hold on any longer. Hold on any longer.
Yeah. So he goes and banging on the door to try to get help. And I don't know. I kind of have a feeling that was going to happen. That when they opened the door, I was like, they're not going to help her, because they never helped. There's something else had happened where they were trying
earlier
to get help.
there was a fight in the food line, remember?
Mm-hmm. And they were trying to get help, and I'm like, they don't care. So when they opened the door and they were there, I'm like,
and then the riot.
Yeah, I thought that they were there to pick them up. I kind of had that.
Yeah, well, you saw the box very quickly.
Yeah. And so, oh my God.
No, that was brutal.
That was too much. He killed her.
Yeah, when you turned around and you saw that she was stabbed in the neck, it was like, because there was a moment in there for me to where I thought she just bled out. There was a moment. I had a moment where I'm like, well, maybe she just bled out.
Yeah.
They brought the box. Maybe she just bled out.
And he's just looking at her.
Yeah, and he's just looking at her, and then you see the puncture wound in the neck, or the stab wound in the neck, and it's like, wow, that dude did it like that. Wow.
So 456 lunges at him. Well, he breaks down too.
Yeah. He breaks down.
This is too much. I think finally it's too much.
Right? No, absolutely.
And they had a little bond. I think they had a bond that they were going to survive this together. And I think this is when 456 lunges at his friend.
Yep.
And so what's weird is, how come the soldiers hold them down?
See, that's the part that I'm trying to figure out.
Well, we know why. But why?
They want to see it. Yeah,
but why?
Yeah, maybe they want to see a last round. Maybe you're not supposed to be violent in front of the
Oh, that's right.
Maybe you're not supposed to be violent in front of the actual guards. But that can't be it, because they were crazy violent in front of dude got beat to death in the food line, and the guards were there.
So it's not that. You know what? And remember when they sent them to go eat dinner, they said something like, "We know you're going to give us a good show."
Yeah.
They said something like that. So they're expecting, this is their finale.
Yes.
They're expecting something bad.
Yeah.
Well, not bad, but bad and yet
yeah.
entertaining.
Right.
They're expecting to be entertained.
Right. And so we'll see. We'll see what winds up happening. But you know, the thing is that I'm not convinced, and so I'm just waiting for it to kind of play itself out. And that is Sang Woo, he made a comment right when they got into the room. He was like, "Man, I'm playing my ass off to win this game." Right. And I think about this, the season of Survivor that we watched. There was
the one season.
The one season we watched. One season
I think
of
it was
Survivor.
the first one.
No, it was the second season.
Oh, okay.
It was the second season. And I think it was like Cody, Tina, and some other dude, some random dude.
That was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I think about it is because I remember not arguing. I remember him, you know, like it's Cody. I know for sure it's Cody. I remember Cody. But Cody, he had a decision. He literally had a decision on basically like who's going to get kicked off the island. Was it going to be the woman that, like, I think her name was Tina, and then it was the other dude that nobody liked, right? And if he wanted to win the game, what he would have done and should have done is he should have got rid of Tina and then had the vote between him and that dude that no one liked, and then he would have won the game, right? Mm-hmm. But instead, he was like, "Nah, forget that. Get him out of here." And then he winds up losing in the final vote. Why am I saying all of this? Is because of this. If I'm Sang-woo, yes, I don't go after the girl. I go after him and stab him in the back. Yes. Like he's putting in all this, he's talking about putting all this work in. It's like, bro, the work is that dude. She's gonna die in a minute. I mean, she literally will just collapse here in a minute. She might not even make it through the night. If you really want to go after somebody, you go after that dude. And and he didn't. And so that's where I'm just like, you know what?
So in the end.
So now I'm really suspicious about what the end is going to be. I'm really suspicious. I'm not gonna call any shots, but
so he didn't. Basically, he did not want to get rid of his friend.
He didn't want, and he even said that kind of like when they first got into the room. Remember, because he was like, "Well, what if, you know?" Because Ji-hoon, he was like, "Well, what if it would have been me that would have been in front of you? Would you have pushed me?" Right? Yes. And Sang-woo was like, he just totally dodged the question. He was just like, "See, this is why you're so dim with it. It's like you asking questions that don't need to even be answered," which is not a denial, by the way. Which is not a denial that he would have pushed him if he was in front. It's just, right. He was just like, I guess he's trying to keep that friendship bond, and yet at the same time, it's like, bro.
So we'll see what happens. The last two contestants are friends.
In theory.
Well, I mean,
that's how they've painted themselves, and so.
Well,
but that's it.
That's it. That was episode 8.
And I get now why they only made this 30 minutes, because the reveals that they did and the way that it played out. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could just do this in an hour and a half, you know, like just one episode, hour and a half. But I think it was kind of good to just let us cool our jets here and just go like, man, it was his brother. Dang, Sabak got, you know, Sang-woo just murked Sabak, you know, just like, we just need to sit in this for a minute.
Yeah. And, I kind of feel like that.
And hit play.
Okay. This was Talk K-Dramas with Bruce and Alice, episode 8.
We're almost done. We don't know what we're going to watch next either.
Thanks for listening and watching.
Bye.
Bye.